Welcome to this Maths Heroes video. My name's Christine. I had some kitchen cabinets recently delivered and it was like a Tardis coming out of the truck. There was cabinet after cabinet after cabinet. So of course I had to have a conversation with the owner of the truck, and I said, so how many cubic meters of kitchen cabinets did you pull out of there? And he said, oh, about 15 cubic meters. He was very proud of his efficiency at packing. I said, and how many cubic meters does your actually hold? And he said, about 18. And so then, of course, we had to have a maths conversation. And he was proudly telling me how he had been at the hardware store recently, and there was a family there that had bought a 4-pack of something or other for $24. And they were standing there trying to work out how much one was. And he knew his times tables because he'd been drilled those times tables. And I said, and he said, well, that's the way you learn them. You just learn them through memory. And I said, well, I think we have a better way to teach multiplication facts now. Can I show you? And so I got a piece of paper out and I said, look at the picture. I said, do you know what a half of 24 is? He knew it was 12. And can you halve 12? And he knew it was 6. And I said, can you see that this picture actually offers much more in terms of understanding than simply memorizing 6 fours or 4 sixes is 24. I said, can you see that if this is 100%, up here is 25%? And so you can see that 1/4 of 24 is 6. 25% of 24 is 6. 75% of 24 is 18. So that allows you to have conversations that are much richer than simply memorizing 4 sixes is 24. This is the conversation, another conversation you could have. 4 sixes are 24, which leads to 2 12s are 24, which leads to one group of 24. Also, within that is everything you need to know. 24 divided by how many groups of 6 is 4. 24 divided into 4 equal groups puts 6 in each group. If I've got 4 groups of 6, I have 24. And if I have 6 groups of 4, I also have 24. So that's 6 scaled by a factor of 4 is 24. And that's when I always have my multiplicative thinking blocks with me, because then I have this conversation. Well, do you know what 2 sixes are? And could you double that? Well, 2 sixes are 12, so double that is 24. Half of 24 is 12. Likewise, when I flip the block over, I can see here that 3 4s are 12, and when I double that, I get 24. Half of 24 again is 12. But this actually leads me to be able to write a sentence such as doubling 3 groups of 4 is 24. Also in there is the fact that one third of 24 is 8. So if I was to look here at the 8 being there, I can see that when I multiply it by 3, I get 24 as well. So I hope that this demonstrates that giving a visual to our students is really important and helps them to build all the connections that they need and can use in further mathematics later on. Thanks for watching. Remember, everyone is a maths hero, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.